We ate wild Alaskan salmon and some delicious apple pie. Clint is a kind man. I spoke with Linda as well. We rarely see eye to eye about anything, but I hope we can find a way to make it work.
Everything good to go?
Yeah, we're ready to head to John's building supply.
Great.
What's it like out here, driving on your own for days or even weeks at a time? Don't you ever get lonely, depressed, or bored?
Are you considering long-distance routes?
Not necessarily. I'm just curious about what it's like for you. As for the routes, we'll see. Time will tell.
I have no idea if my experience will be relevant for you, but I've spent many years on the road. In fact, I can't even remember what it's like not to be a trucker anymore. So my perspective is probably skewed. If nothing else, after all these years on the road, I've seen all sorts of shit.
And at the beginning, when you first started?
Well, I can't remember that far back. You should probably ask a younger trucker. Of course, it depends on the type of person you are. If you enjoy being on your own and can take care of yourself, it might be a breeze. But life in the cab of an 18-wheeler can be quite tough. Loneliness will likely be the least of your concerns.
Yeah.
Besides, we have phones nowadays. Some truckers listen to music a lot. Others bring books along to read while on break or in bed.
Thanks, Clint. I appreciate your honesty.
Anytime, my boy.
Not to be nosy, but what do you need all that wood for?
My brother's making some renovations on the farm, so most of it will be used for repairs.
Hey, if you need any help, just let me know.
Thanks, but my brother has it all under control. As I said, he takes care of everything on the farm. Do you have any memories of your father? Only vague ones. If you don't want to talk about it, say so.
No, it's fine. Apart from my mother, you might be the only person I'd want to talk to about it. Tell me a cool memory. Something my mom can tell me. Come on, Clint. All my memories are hazy, mostly based on my mom's stories. I do remember that whenever he came home from a trip, I'd usually be in bed. He would walk in smiling and tickle my feet. I remember looking forward to it.
He meant everything to me. Your dad was the proudest father in the world. He was always planning things for the two of you, playing basketball, rides in the trunk, jogging in the morning. In such moments, his face would light up. I envied him a bit. I dreamt of having a son of my own when I was younger.
Tell me a cool story of the two of you together.
You probably know about his slow road trip.
Of course, but I never watched the whole movie.
It's not bad. Give it a go when you have time. You know how he got casted?
Randomly, the director happened to run into him and thought he'd make a good character.
Yeah, you liked the way you were smoking your cig.
Huh?
Your father was unmatched when it came to unique mannerisms. Oftentimes, he would simply light a cigarette at the bar in the eyes of all the women there when he saw him.
Wow. Really?
It was the same thing that happened to the director. We were at a bistro. I think we're in Boston.
And?
Father was smoking and he went, "Look at that guy over there staring at me." And that guy gets up and heads to our wing. He introduced himself and straight away said that he'd love to give your father a minor role in his next movie. Your dad froze for a moment. It's not every day that a popular film director comes up to you and offers you a role.
And then what happened?
Your father asked him what made him think he'd be right for the part, and Ted Scott, I believe his name was, said he was perfect for the opening scene, a wedding. He just liked how your dad was smoking and sipping from his glass. Of course, he must have liked his looks too. I think he got like $150 for that part.
I didn't know the details. That short scene is the only video I have of him. He almost landed a career in the movies, huh?
I don't know about that. He never got a single line of dialogue.
Yeah, I was just kidding around. But cool story. Thanks.
You got it. I could tell you more stories if you want.
Sure, later on. I never started smoking myself.
Good for you.
78.1 Rock FM, the #1 music station in New York State.